When we talk about building a sustainable business model in Denmark, we are really talking about aligning commercial ambition with one of the most advanced green ecosystems in the world, and doing so in a way that is both pragmatic and profitable. Denmark offers a unique platform for this: a clear regulatory framework, a strong culture of trust and collaboration, and a consumer base that is highly attuned to environmental and social impact. In this video, we will walk through the key elements you need to consider if you want to design and scale a sustainable business model in Denmark, drawing on what leading companies and investors in the region are doing today. We will start with the strategic foundations: purpose, positioning, and regulatory fit. In Denmark, sustainability is not a peripheral marketing message. It is increasingly a core part of corporate strategy. To be credible, you need to define a clear sustainability ambition that is tied directly to your value proposition. Ask yourself, which specific environmental or social problem in the Danish context are you solving? And how does that create measurable value for customers, communities, and your own bottom line? This could be reducing carbon emissions in logistics, enabling circular use of materials in consumer goods, or improving energy efficiency in buildings. The key is focus. A broad green label will not stand out in a market where many companies already meet basic ESG standards. Once you have that focus, you must translate it into a robust understanding of the regulatory and policy landscape. Denmark's climate targets, EU Green Deal measures, and taxonomy regulations shape which activities are favoured, funded, and fast-tracked. Mapping your model against these frameworks early will help you avoid compliance surprises and instead position your company to benefit from incentives, subsidies, and partnerships, particularly in areas such as renewable energy, energy efficiency, sustainable agriculture, and circular economy solutions. With the strategic foundation in place, the next step is to design the actual mechanics of the business model, how you create, deliver, and capture value in a sustainable way. In practical terms, this means embedding sustainability into each component of your model rather than treating it as an add-on. On the demand side, Danish customers, both B2B and B2C, expect transparency on environmental impact, and many institutional buyers have explicit sustainability criteria in their procurement processes. You should be prepared to document and communicate life cycle impacts, CO2 reductions, and resource use in a way that is simple, comparable, and verifiable. On the supply side, think through your sourcing, production, and logistics. Denmark has strong infrastructure for green energy and a high degree of digitalization, which you can leverage to reduce emissions and improve traceability. For example, sourcing from suppliers that run on renewable energy, designing products for reuse or refurbishment, and using data to optimize routes and reduce waste can all contribute to both lower costs and lower environmental impact over time. Pricing and revenue models are another critical lever. Sustainable offerings sometimes carry a higher upfront cost, but in the Danish market, there is a willingness to pay for demonstrable quality and responsibility, especially when the long-term economics are favourable. Consider models like product as a service, subscription for maintenance and upgrades, or pay-per-use, particularly where they incentivize durability and efficient use of resources. These models can shift your revenue from one-off sales to recurring streams, aligning your financial performance with the value you provide over the life cycle of your product or service. At the same time, make sure you can articulate a clear business case. Reduced energy use, extended asset life, lower waste disposal costs, and access to green financing are all quantifiable benefits that resonate with Danish customers and investors. Speaking of investors, access to capital in Denmark is increasingly tied to credible sustainability performance. Banks, pension funds, and impact investors are actively seeking opportunities that contribute to the green transition while delivering stable returns. To position yourself effectively, you will need a solid ESG narrative backed by data. That includes establishing baseline metrics for your environmental and social impact, setting time-bound targets, and reporting progress in line with recognised standards. This is not just about compliance. In the Danish context, transparent reporting is often seen as an indicator of management quality and risk awareness. Many companies are now integrating climate risk and opportunity analysis directly into their strategy and financial planning, which can help unlock more favourable financing conditions, from green loans to sustainability-linked credit facilities. Partnerships are another distinctive strength of the Danish ecosystem and a powerful catalyst for building a sustainable business model. Denmark's relatively small size, combined with a high degree of trust between public institutions, companies and universities, creates fertile ground for collaboration. You should explore partnerships across your value chain, suppliers, technology providers, research institutions, municipalities, and even competitors, where pre-competitive collaboration makes sense. Joint pilot projects with Danish cities, for example, can be a route to testing and scaling sustainable mobility or energy solutions in a real-world environment. Similarly, working with local universities and clusters can accelerate innovation in materials, digital tools, or circular design. The ability to plug into this network not only enhances your innovation capacity, but also adds credibility to your sustainability claims. Internally, your operating model must support your sustainability ambitions. This starts with governance. Assign clear responsibility for sustainability at the executive and board level, and make sure it is integrated into decision-making rather than treated as a separate track. In the Danish labour market, employees increasingly expect their employers to have a genuine commitment to sustainability, and they want to see that reflected in everyday choices, from travel policies to supplier selection. Integrating sustainability metrics into performance management and incentives, training employees in relevant skills, and fostering a culture where people challenge inefficient or wasteful practices will all help ensure that your sustainable business model is not just a strategy slide, but a lived reality. Technology and data are key enablers here. Denmark's high level of digitalization allows even smaller companies to use advanced analytics and IoT solutions to monitor resource use, emissions, and operational performance in real time. By investing in the right digital tools, whether that is energy management systems, supply chain traceability platforms, or product lifecycle analytics, you can both improve your sustainability performance and generate insights that differentiate your offering in the market. Finally, you need a plan for scaling your sustainable business model beyond pilots and good intentions. Start by validating your concept with a clear set of KPIs, both financial and impact related, and run structured experiments to test key assumptions in the Danish market. Once you have evidence of product market fit and a reliable impact profile, consider how your model can be replicated in adjacent regions or sectors, taking into account local regulatory conditions and customer expectations. Use Denmark as a test bed and a reference market. Success here, where standards and expectations are high, can be a powerful signal when entering other Nordic and EU markets. At each stage of scaling, revisit your sustainability commitments to ensure they remain credible as volumes grow and supply chains become more complex. In summary, building a sustainable business model in Denmark is not about choosing between impact and profitability. It is about designing a model where the two reinforce each other. By aligning with Denmark's regulatory framework, leveraging its green and digital infrastructure, tapping into its collaborative ecosystem, and embedding sustainability into your core operations and value proposition, you can create a business that is resilient, differentiated, and positioned for long-term growth. If you approach this with rigor, transparency, and a willingness to innovate, Denmark can be one of the strongest launching pads in the world for sustainable, future-proof business models.